All right. Good morning, everyone. It is my honor to introduce an amazing, award-winning, multi-Academy Award-winning Hollywood producer, an elite swimmer, a great family man, Phil Goldfine. Good morning, Phil. Thank you so much for taking the time to share
Hi,
your
Annie.
story
Thanks
with
for
me this
having
morning.
me. Hi, Annie. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very, very much. Grateful to know you. I got to know Phil at an event for 3 days that I spent in his company in September, and he's totally changed my life, how I think, my thoughts, how I guard my thoughts that come into my mind. His discipline, his gratitude was just unbelievable. I try to practice what he practices, and it's been changing the direction of my life. So, Phil, thank you. And I'd just like to ask you a few questions. So, what actually brought you on the career path that you are on right now?
Well, in terms of the career path, I sort of knew from a very early age that I wanted to be in the entertainment area.
Right.
I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I thought maybe an actor. Like a lot of kids want to be movie stars. A lot of kids wanted to be TV stars. I thought, okay, maybe I want to be an actor. But the important thing is that it came to me very early that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. Sorry about that. Let me turn this off. There we go. So I knew that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry. So I was naturally led towards going to school down in Los Angeles. I went to college at UCLA and USC, and then I just sort of naturally got into the entertainment industry. But
Mm,
it was always a burning desire to be in the entertainment industry.
wow.
Always,
So you've had this vision for a very, very long time.
very long time since I was a little boy.
Wow, wow. So what would you say working with Bob Proctor and being so involved in his material, what would you say has changed your life and how it has impacted your life?
Oh my God. I mean, it's changed my life in so many ways. So when I first met Bob, I was actually in the entertainment industry. I was a producer, but I was struggling. So people naturally struggle in life. But they really struggle in the entertainment industry because the entertainment industry is considered to be so hard to get into, so hard to crack, so competitive. And so I read Bob's first book, You Were Born Rich, and I just happened to pick it up. I think I picked it up at an airport. I didn't even get the free copy like you can get today. And so it just so happened, and here's how the universe works. I was working for a guy who was doing work for Bob Proctor, and I had no idea. And so one day he had said that he had he was leaving, and because he was having dinner with Bob Proctor, and so he introduced me to Bob Proctor
Wow.
as I was reading his book. So I knew, oh wow, I mean, this guy is pretty amazing. So I ended up meeting with Bob and talking to him, and his not just his voice, but his material resonated with everything I wanted. And so he said, I don't know anything about the entertainment industry, but I can tell you exactly how to get what you want as long as you do what I say. And at that point, I don't want to say that I was desperate, but I mean, pretty much we all have times of desperation,
Right.
no matter who we are. And
Yeah.
so I think maybe I was just a little bit, desperate. So I had nothing to lose and everything to gain. So from the very moment that I met him 20 years ago, I
Wow.
did exactly what he said. He said, read this, do this, think this way. And if I were to say something, I don't think it can be done. He said, stop that right this second, change your thinking right there in 1 second. He said, instead of saying it can't be done, say, how can it be done? And it just changed my life. So I mean, obviously, I can never give enough thanks or gratitude to him and Proctor Gallagher, but it will get you anything that you want in your life.
Mm,
And all I can say is all you have to do, Annie, is basically just do exactly what he says. So I know you as a TIR consultant basically has gone through the program. You're selling the program. You're doing exactly what Bob said to do. It changed your life. It changed my life. it will change anybody's life who is going to work with you.
Yeah, yeah. It's so important to discipline our mind and what actually comes into our mind and how we actually use our words. That was one of the greatest things I got from you, is how we use our words.
Right. Because anything that you say, you basically you speak it into existence. So if you're really focused on what you don't want, that's what you're creating into existence. If you're focused only on what you want, that's what you're creating into existence.
Right.
It really is simple. It's not easy because, as you and I were talking earlier, you've got to use the will to make sure that you only stick to what you want.
Right.
So.
Yes, so true. So what was your life like before you met Bob and compared to where you are right now?
My life was always good. I mean, you know, I've always been a very positive person. I've always had a positive outlook on life. I've always looked at the bright side, but I wasn't where I wanted to be. Since I met Bob, he talks about a book called U Squared, and what Bob does is he basically I want to say he either squares you or cubes you, because you just have magnificent results. And like I said, it's really easy, not simple, but really easy. And you can double your results, you can triple your results, you can quadruple your results. That's all I can say, is that it's just been great. I mean, since I met him, won an Academy Award, won 2 Tonys, won an Emmy, changed my body, going for a world record in swimming. I mean, basically, he taught me that you can do anything that you want, anything that's humanly possible, you can do anything. You just have to believe it. Because once you believe it, you'll start taking action towards it. And not to mention how Bob explains it, and I can, Annie, you can probably explain it much better, but it's the universe. The universe just works towards giving you exactly what you ask it for.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yes, we put in the action, and
the universe brings it to you.
Yes. And it's just so amazing how many accomplishments that you have achieved in your life so far, and what else you will accomplish.
I mean, I think that everybody's achieved a lot. I mean, I don't look at it that way. I just look at it, okay, this was fantastic. What a great experience. Right. What's next? Right. And I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, you've achieved a lot in your life. Yeah. I mean, you've got, 2 beautiful daughters. You've got, a great life. I mean, okay. I've got 3 beautiful kids, but which are definitely my greatest achievement. But, there's a lot more to achieve, right?
Yes. Always more to achieve, always something to keep our vision, to keep moving us forward. Because I remember Bob had once said, it was something to the effect, if you're not working towards a goal, then you're just drifting through life. But when you're working towards a goal, it keeps you focused and you know exactly where you're going, and just keep moving forward.
Right. And he's a perfect example, because here's an 85-year-old man, but does he remind you of any 85-year-olds?
No.
I mean, the guy's got the energy of a 25-year-old, and he really does. Yeah. The funny thing is that Bob was in our movie, which is just really funny. He was in our movie, and he spent he did a 12.5-hour day, just like everybody else. No complaining, no nothing. He was right on, spot on the entire time, because he has no limitations. Anything that's humanly possible, he can do. There's no limitations. There's no age limits. There's nothing. I mean, so
yeah.
He's a living example of it. Yeah. So, I mean, if you study TIR, you're going to have the results you want. You cannot not have them.
Yes.
It'd be impossible.
Yeah. He's definitely the example of what he thinks. He embodies this material. It just exudes out of him, and he's just a living example.
I mean, how many 85-year-olds do you know who can walk up the stairs backwards? Right. I don't know any. I really don't. I don't know any 50-year-olds who can do it. So, yeah. Pretty fun.
Yeah, he's touched me in many deep levels. His sincerity, his authenticity, his desire for people to succeed. He just wants everybody to succeed. And that's what attracted him to me.
Yeah.
Was his big heart and how he really, truly wants people to get this material and just change their lives, you know, be successful in whatever way success means for you. It's different for everybody. So, Phil, let me ask you, so what is the difference working with a coach or a mentor when you're working towards a goal and having a vision and having a structured path to follow as regards of reading self-help books, listening on YouTube?
I think the real question is, what is the difference between having a coach mentor and not having a coach?
Right. Yeah.
So if you have somebody, that person, you're going to be accountable for that person. So you're getting the coach for your benefit, not for the coach's benefit. Whatever you have to pay the coach, as long as it's a good coach, and I mean, you'd be a great coach, right? So as long as you're doing that, what you're paying, no amount is too small. You, the person who's hiring the coach, needs the coach to keep you accountable, to make sure every week or every day or every month you're talking to that person, and you set a benchmark for where you want to be. And now you know that you've got the accountability in a week. You're going to be moved heavily into action to make sure that you satisfy the coach. Otherwise, you're going to, if you don't have a coach, and I'm a perfect example. I have got to have a coach, because if I don't, and I mean, I've been studying this for a long time. As you know, I've been studying for 20 years.
Yeah.
If I don't, the one thing that Bob Proctor taught me is that you can go up really fast by studying this material and having a coach. You can go down just as fast. As soon as you stop studying, when you don't have a coach, you can lose everything. You go up and you can go down just as fast.
Yeah.
So having a coach, in my opinion, is absolutely essential to being successful.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah.
You must have a coach.
Yeah. Yeah. It is, as you said, keeps you very disciplined. It keeps you on track. You're held accountable every week to make sure that you follow the suggested plan and a proven plan that works. Thank you, Phil, for those questions. And yeah. And in your opinion, people that have a vision or a goal that are afraid to take the next step forward, what would you say to them?
Take the next step. Don't even think about it. If you truly have this goal and you know that you were born to achieve this goal, do not listen to anybody negative. Get the mentor, go through the program, take massive action towards your goal. There is no other choice. Let me tell you, the other choice is not doing that, which means you're going to be either in the same position you are right now, or it's going to be worse. So it's, you know, it's the one thing that Bob always says, and it really resonates with me. And Annie, I know it resonates with you. This is your life. This is not funny. This is not a joke. This is your life. What are you going to do? I can't tell you how many people I talk to about this, but they just don't get it. And you have to get this. It's your life. So, and you only got one chance. So you better make it good.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love what Bob says about decision making. When we're working towards something, to make a committed decision, this is exactly what I'm going to do. You don't need to know the hows, the whys.
You just do it.
You just need to make the committed decision.
Right.
And yeah, and that has been my experience also. Once I made a committed decision to do something, to write my book, I didn't know anything about writing my book. The doors opened. Once I made the committed decision on becoming a consultant and other directions of my life, the doors opened, and I had to just be aware of the opportunities that came my way, seize them, and take a lot of action. And that's the key, the action. And just one more thing before we go, Phil. I want to talk to you about gratitude. I love your gratitude practice. I follow it as much as I possibly can. You have instilled that practice, especially when the mind goes off throughout the day, to bring it right back to gratitude. And I love that. Would you mind just sharing a little bit on your gratitude practice for us?
So it's very simple. So first thing in the morning, I do the gratitude exercise. First thing in the morning, I do the gratitude exercise. I write out the 10 things I'm most grateful for. I do the exercise the way that Sandy Gallagher goes through it brilliantly.
Right.
And it just puts me in such a high state of vibration. I just love how I feel. And what I learned is that you don't have to just do it first thing in the morning. Anytime that you feel the way that you just explained, Annie,
Yeah.
do gratitude. What are the 10 things that you're grateful for right now? And like Sandy said, it could be a cup of coffee, you know, but again, it leads to something else. It leads to something else that puts you into that high vibration. Like I have a very high vibration right now just talking to you. I'm very grateful for you. You know, you're such a lovely person. You radiate this wonderful energy. It's really nice to talk to somebody
Thank you.
on an early Sunday morning.
On an early Sunday morning.
And it's really great, you know. And so I'm very grateful. You know, I'm very grateful for being here. I'm very grateful for being able to help people if I can. I'm very grateful to be talking to you. And
Yeah.
so I just do it every single day. There's no excuses. You must do it. You must do it to stay in that vibration. Getting into a higher vibration is going to move you quicker towards your goal, because now you're going to be ready to take action with a positive attitude and start making massive changes.
Yeah, yeah. And you made the committed decision to speak with me this morning. I know you're a very busy man, very busy.
I'm a very busy man, Annie.
But you made the committed decision to take the time and you followed through. And
No,
that you're just the example of what that committed decision looks like. And I'm really grateful for your time today.
And I'm grateful to talk to you. So
Yeah.
if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me.
All right. Thank you very much. And
Okay, talk to you soon. Have a great Thanksgiving.
you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
And for those of you listening, if you'd like to get in touch with me, just click on the comments below. Thank you very much.